Hello, my name is HQ of HQ Reacts. Welcome to my channel. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button, share the stream, and click the notification button.
Hello. We are here. HQ is here in the house. And I have ahead of me a Misty Blue, became a YouTube member. Thank you very much. Thank you, Misty Blue. We appreciate it. We welcome you over here. We welcome over here everyone, including some of you racist folks. If you find the content interesting, that's fine and dandy. We are here today on some KevinSamuels-ish. Because we got to do the KevinSamuels thing. We can't be serious all the time. That's the problem. Everybody want to be serious all the time. I don't want to be serious all the time. I am not. I am a happy person every day. I love all the things that come down the pike every day. I don't make choices or distinctions like that. Every day is a beautiful day. You wake up, I wake up, I am filled. And I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. Now, we got some KevinSamuels going on, right? And I asked myself, why did KevinSamuels make these women so hot? What was going on? And I figured a lot of the reasons why women were angry with KevinSamuels because they felt that his rhetoric and his harsh and dismissive talk against them needing to get in shape was none of his business. And I understand that health and fitness is important, but many women felt like he reduced them to just looks. That's important. Look is important. Instead of seeing them as whole, healthy human beings who had personalities, accomplishments, jobs, struggles, his delivery was blunt and critical. I got to give him that. That Big Shirley thing was bogus. And you know what? It came across as being attacked, feeling as though they were being attacked, not encouraged. That's the difference. That's the difference. It wasn't encouragement, because encouragement is different from attacking. And this is what a lot of people tried to explain at the time. You're not motivating, you're discouraging, you're attacking. It sounded like you were shaming the women. This is why women couldn't stand KevinSamuels. On top of that, especially black women, right? They were already dealing with the troubles that they normally have, with women, what we do, what we say, how we feel. He just reinforced the ideas that she was unworthy and that their worth depended on their weight and their appearance. And that pissed a lot of women off. Okay? They want a conversation, right, to include a lot of the men's responsibilities, emotional support, financial support, loyalty, rather than mostly focusing on a woman's looks. So when one side feels picked apart more than the other, frustration is natural. And that happens in the regular world, specifically the political arena that we have today. The right versus left, XY. It's also worth noting, right, that it isn't just a black and white issue either. This is universal. White men have thought the same thing, promoted the same idea, promoted slim women, fit women, beautiful women, desirable women too. That's pressure across all races for women. So when KevinSamuels spoke, most people only heard criticism. Okay? Because it says you only have to look good, and that's all you cared about was me looking good. That's why a lot of women, regardless of the race and everything else, reacted very strongly. And a lot of them danced on his grave too. You see how people dance on people's graves, regardless of whether it was Charlie Kirk, KevinSamuels, George Floyd. Regardless, people do that. It's nothing special towards Charlie. Okay? So, let's get into it. Hello, Catalina, Tehilism. Hey. Ty Pro. We all here in the house. Right? So, I don't know whether this is the first video that he did regarding the fat Shirley, but we finna get into it because it said something about weight, and I'm assuming this is the one where he talked about, or he started the weight video. I'm not sure, but we finna see.
What's going on, people? How we doing?
Yeah, well, Bradley, hello, Bradley. Erica, hello. Yes, they were considered good men, right? They were considered good men. Okay.
Tonight, welcome back
Hello.
to what's fast becoming one of the most interesting shows, segments, whatever you want to call on this side of YouTube.
Let's see.
We need a name for the show. We need a name for the show. Some people have called it After Dark, or late night, or the quiet, whatever. We'll figure something out.
Right.
Hope everybody had a good weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you guys had a good weekend. I know I did. I know I had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. As a matter of fact, I had company come in from out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-wee. So life is good on this side of the pandemic.
Okay.
How is life on your side of the pandemic? I hope it's well.
Amazing.
All right. Housekeeping.
Mm-mm.
Moderators, if you see people at that room, kindly ask them to chill out. Size. That's really what it comes down to. And here's the high value men.
Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button coming in and out, please and thank you. Hit the like button. Yes.
And the colorism debate, high value men and white women.
Right.
And then the single mother one. Woo! And that's how we kind of ended the week off. And I mentioned that we're going to get into another one.
Hey, Quentin.
And this one is going to probably be the most sensitive one of all. See, it's about weight. Weight, your body weight, Black women and your body weight. See, you can decide whether or not having a child is it's either is or it isn't.
Tori.
And even with the open availability of intercourse today, still having a child today still requires some prior acts. How about that way? Eating, body weight requires nothing. And one of the things I've heard a lot of women ask about is finding a Henry, a high value, not rich yet. Understand something. I've also said this in my Facebook group. Guys, if you call yourself a high value guy, high value starts with money. And for the few people that keep on saying we should not call high value money, it should be this and that. Good luck in fantasy land. High value starts with money.
Right.
You want to change it to something else because you don't have the money.
Okay.
That's not how that game is played. High value starts with money. And if you don't have the money, don't try to change the rules.
See, here's my thing. If he was talking to the ordinary everyday man, and this is high value, because I'm assuming all the things he talked about were high value things, Henry and some other stuff, he had to include that in because that high value didn't include 90% of y'all, right? 90% of you men. So he had to put that Henry and all of those things in there. So now I get it. Okay. So a lot of y'all connect with the Henry and the X, Y, and Z and all those other acronyms that he had Okay, I get it. I get it.
It is what it is. And when it gets right down to it,
With
women are supposed to be hypergamous. They're supposed to want men with resources and things like that because it makes it easier to take care of a family and that kind of thing. We understand all that.
right.
But here's the problem.
Thank you, Tori.
Like it or not, in the Black community, we have an issue with weight. And today we're going to be focusing on women. I don't want to hear anything about, well, not all, not all, not all, or the men do it too. We're grown people over here. That's not how we do that.
Okay.
80% of Black women in this country are overweight.
Overweight. Overweight. Overweight. Hey. Y'all hit the like button coming in and out, please. Thank you very much. Overweight. So hopefully everybody understands the context of 80% being overweight. Overweight could be 5 pounds, 50 pounds, 10 pounds, 100 pounds overweight. It's only around 20% that are morbidly obese. So we can't just keep saying 80% of our women are obese. Big. They're not. Okay. I could be 5 pounds overweight and then be considered overweight or whatever. But people pound it in your head that they're all over. No, they're not. It's like 20% obese.
It's 8 out of 10, 800 out of 1,000.
No, Quentin, I think it's only like 10%. I mean, 1%.
8 million out of 10 million. That's ridiculous. And then when you get into that 80% of that number is obese. What are some of the typical talking points? Oh, well, those are those white folks standards. Right. Go back and look in your family album, and I guarantee you, you don't see no 250-pound big mamas back into the 1900s. It's the diet and it's the lack of exercise. That's really what it comes down to.
Right.
And here's the thing: if you like your weight, if you love your body, hey, cool.
Right.
I am not about, fat shaming or body shaming anybody. If you dig who you are, if you're a big, bold, loud, and proud, hey man, knock yourself out. Good for you.
Okay.
But there's some women who've asked, what does it take to find a high value guy?
Okay, so Quentin, you are right. My mistake. 10% of men make over 200,000. 10% of men. 8.3% of men make over 150,000. Men as a whole, white, black, Hispanic, whatever, right? Okay.
Or one of the guys who are your clients or that kind of stuff. And I will say this, you will notice one thing with high value men. With high value men, the smaller the woman, the bigger the ring.
That's not how that works.
The smaller the woman, the bigger the ring. And you have to look at,
how that works.
And you cannot look at a woman a man has right now. You have to look at, let's say a guy has $500 million and his wife is whatever. If she was unfortunately taken to the next life by her creator, do you think he would go out and pick another woman like that? Or do you expect him to come out with a hot little thing? See, we got to act like we know what's going on around.
We sure do. But the ring size do not determine the bigger the cheeks. The smaller the cheeks, the bigger the ring. That ain't how that works. But I go for it. I'm riding with you, Kevin. I'm riding with you.
Smaller women get bigger. Smaller women get bigger rings. And I was mentioning something on another channel. Is this correlation is not causation. But you can also notice that with the increase in female weight in the Black community, there's also been a decrease in the marital rate. They
ain't related. Don't do that. Well, hey, I'm riding with you, but I know that's not related.
Map each other. They're inverse of each other. As weight has gone up, marriages have gone down. I'm not saying it's causation. It's simple correlation. I mean, if we can be
That's what he said. He said the smaller you are, the bigger the ring. The smaller women are, they still ain't getting no ring. What's going on? Hello, Gentani. Hello.
honest and talk
Y'all hit the like button coming in and out, please. Hit the like button, please, and thank you. Super chats are great. Cash apps are better. Super chats are great. We open to all of these things. Thank you very much. If you like the content, hit the like button, please, and thank you. Hate it, love it, hit it.
talk. To be a woman who's an 8-9
Hey Anthony, you keep shouting out food is the enemy and food has got us under attack. Are you a starving person? Are you bone thin? You ain't eating no real food? What's going on?
or 10 in the face, that's what you're born with. Pretty, beautiful, or gorgeous.
Right.
Some people have a problem with the standard I use. I really don't care. Thelma on Good Times is a 7. If you call her a 10, that just means you got low standards. She's not by no means unattractive, but she's not a classic beauty. Beyonce is an 8.
Right.
And I use women from back in the day because there is less chance for augmentation and lots of makeup. Pam Grier is an 8. Diane Carroll, Jane Kennedy, Dorothy Dandridge. These are the women I often use. But if you want me to bring some...
See, those women were natural. All of those women that he just named, most of them were natural on camera and some natural off camera, and they were 8s off camera. Beyonce, I ain't seen Beyonce without no makeup to look like no 8. She don't look like no 8 without her makeup. Look at Pam Grier. Look at Diane Carroll. Look at all them without makeup. They all look like 8s without makeup. So no, either Beyonce is not an 8 or those women are like a 9 or 10s.
Some ones that are closer, Halle Berry.
Black people food is under attack, Anthony? How's black people food under attack? Seeing as how white people eat that food too. And Mexican people eat that food. What's going on?
Halle Berry would be Dorothy Dandridge level. Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland would be right in there between Pam Grier and Diane Carroll. In my opinion, Kelly Rowland is above Beyonce.
Okay.
But that's what you're born with. You can't do much about your face. But one thing every human being, well, not every, one thing that the majority of human beings can do something about is their body.
I believe that wholeheartedly, and I'm right there with you, Kevin. I'm right there with you.
You can be an average looking woman. 6 is cute. 5 is average. 4 is below average.
Right.
4 is where it starts. So you can be an average looking woman. But if you have a fit killer shape, then today you're winning. And see, when we're going to talk about your weight today, we're not going to talk about any of this waist trained, thick, these balloon. In Atlanta, you see some of the most crazy looking women. I'm like, no, there's no way you were born that way. We're talking about a lifestyle that has a plant-based lifestyle, a plant-based diet. You eat more plants than meat, low carbs, low sugar, and active.
Yes, that's the thing. You got to be active. You got to be active every day. We get all of that. And if men didn't show interest in women who augmented their body, changed their body, they would never change their body. He said weird bodies. That's what he said, Anthony. Hey, William.
I don't mean you just happen to have good genetics. I mean, you carry your butt to the gym 4 times a week.
Right.
Why does this matter? Because high value men, they're out there working 10, 12, 14-hour days. These guys tend to work out. There's a correlation. These guys are early risers, hard workers. They tend to work out and be in some sort of shape. They got to be an athlete for life. You cannot be an out of shape woman and qualify to get a high value man. I'm sorry, ladies. This is just how it is. You can be cute in the face, but if you are thick in the waist, you will not get they will not take you seriously for a wife.
Yeah, but I always look at the OnlyFans, Todd. I look at the OnlyFans. Hi, St. Charles. I look at the OnlyFans. Okay, that those you paying for all that fake stuff. You say you don't like it, but hey, y'all don't want to keep that business afloat. So somebody must like what they see. This is the contradiction that I have. Why you keep saying you don't like it when and that's $1 billion business, $1 million business.
See, let's go ahead and get into it. Are you competitive for what the men that you want?
Mm. Mm.
And when it gets right down to it, you got to ask today. There's a lot of big girl attitude today.
Right.
See, back in the day, women who were not really very attractive or overweight, they were some of the nicest, friendliest, most feminine, sweet women. But today, all these Moniques running around here with this big girl sassy attitudes, big girls act like they got it popping. You think you only love me because I'm popping. And you can't afford that weight and attitude if you're trying to get married.
Yeah. But
See,
see, I've been told that the women are not trying to get married. Now they ain't trying to get married. Maybe they were back when he was on, but they not trying to get married now. What's going on? What's going on that you feel like you a big Shirley or you're a thick woman and you don't want to get married? What's going on?
we got to take it out of sex. Sex is
Hello, Mark. Yeah, a lot of men. Yeah, a lot of you men will get with anything. That's not just a black man problem. It's a white man problem.
not the end goal. See, in the black community, too often we just things on short term.
Right.
Somebody will hit it, somebody will like it. Yeah, but that's not the goal. The goal is long-term relationship, marriage, legal marriage, not
Right.
spiritual union, marriage.
Marriage. Right.
Knock it off, ladies. That's how you guys keep score.
Right.
You can get laid, but why can't you keep a man?
Yeah, but there's a lot of people out there that don't want to get married, but they want to be in relationships. So they just want to live with someone, deal with someone, and not be married. So we have a lot of people who do that too. But we don't count those. According to him, we don't count those. We just count the married people. But there's a lot of people that don't want to get married. What do we do about those people?
If you big, bold, and beautiful, and you're popping and thick and all this other kind of stuff,
Right.
why can't you keep a man?
Mm.
When was the last time you had a proper date? I mean, the last time a
Right.
man said, "Hey, Lori,
Laurie.
I would love to take you out to American Cut."
That's the way I look at it, St. Charles. Ugly people need love too. They just have to pay more. Don't hate. Don't hate.
Next Friday, I got reservations at 8:00. I'll pick you up. We're gonna have a great time. And he drives you over to the shops at Buckhead. Valet.
Right.
The valet opens the door.
Black America.
He walks in there holding your hand, arm in arm.
Mhm.
You have a great table in the middle of the room. And they come over and you get a bottle of wine.
Mm.
You order whatever. You order the filet
Mhm.
and the salad. He orders the porterhouse. When's the last time you had a proper date? You leave the date.
But those are ugly women and skinny women and other women. Those women, proper date. It's not a matter of ugly or beautiful. They all don't like to want to go on. They all pretend like they don't want to go on dates. A lot of women do that. I don't know why though.
Valet picks you up, you get in the car, he drives you home, walks you to your door,
Right.
kiss goodnight, and then he pieces out.
Right.
Some of you have never had this, but you can Netflix and chill.
Right. Right. Mark.
They swing by and they got, the 12 tenders for $10.99 from Popeyes.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you don't have proper dates,
right,
that means they don't want these guys probably don't want to be seen with you in public.
But then again, that's not necessarily true because a lot of people pretend like they don't like to go on dates even now. They don't go on dates. They just chill, they hang out, whatever, even beautiful people. So we can't go by that. We definitely can't go by that.
Another thing, bringing you around his colleagues, co-workers, and things like that.
Hell yeah, some good popcorn, some good Popeyes. Oh my God. Yes.
Are you a liability or an asset on his arm?
Hey, Glorious. Yeah.
I said this in another broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes you can have, women who can mimic other cultures, their hair length and the texture, even mimic the tonality.
Right.
But can you mimic their fitness?
Right.
Can you mimic being in shape?
Right.
Because say what you want about Becky. Becky will she will Pilates you to death. She'll yoga you to death. Go to Lululemon.
Lululemon.
And you don't really see many sisters.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm.
Why am I driving this point home? That
Right.
there is a definite. If
Yeah.
no one has told you, I'm going to tell you tonight.
Right.
Your godfather.
I appreciate whatever somebody do for me. Thank you, Repink. If you feel like you want to take me to Church's Chicken or whatever, I'm not one of those women that's gonna be like, well, damn, he took me to Church's Chicken. I ain't one of those women. If I like Church's Chicken, regardless of whether I got money or not, I'm rolling. He taking me to Church's Chicken, shit, and I'm hungry too, man. And he got good chicken, and Popeye's got some good chicken or some good pizza. Hell no, I don't care what kind of money a date gonna cost. If he hit the right spot, he in there with me. If he hit the right spot. If I'm hungry too, ask me if I'm hungry. What do I want to eat? Hell yeah, I'm going on a date with him again, regardless of what he pay. Barbecue ribs too? Oh shit.
Your godfather's going to tell you the truth.
I'm gonna tell y'all the truth right now. I couldn't hit no good ribs in Georgia if I swung a dead cat. I swear. Every time I hit the show Georgia, I can't get no good ribs. And I look for good ribs. Somebody put some good ribs in the chat. Not none of them boiled ribs, not none of them boiled thing. I'm talking about for real ribs. Hey, Annie.
Truth tonight. High value men.
Yes.
You cannot evaluate who they have sex with. You have to evaluate who they are seen in public with. Okay? That's the nicest way I can say that.
Right.
You cannot evaluate who he has sex with. You got to evaluate who he is seen in public with.
Oh wow.
Who he is seen in public with.
But that's not a good, that's a bad, it's almost a bad thing because I can have a passion for strippers, but I want a regular baby mama to be my baby mama, but I'm passionate about strippers. So that don't say too much about him, right? They don't say nothing about her. That's wild, because I knew a dude like that.
How often do you see high value men pulling up to Foco de Chao with a woman that's 250 pounds getting outside of his suicide doors?
I'm writing this down.
When I'm at the shops at Buckhead and I used to have valet, you didn't really see a bunch of 200 plus pound women getting out of these cars. So let's talk about it. Is your weight keeping you single? And
so he said high value don't necessarily mean money. And did he say that? What did he say?
I got news for you. Even if these guys aren't Henrys, Blue Henry, Blake Henry, Hit Squad.
Oh, Henry, okay.
Even if you're talking about men in the top 20%, they still feel the same way. God, even more news. Guys in the middle class, right. Solidly middle class.
Right.
$60,000, $70,000 a year feel the same way.
Right. And you know what? I really don't evaluate a man based on his money, because if he like me enough and he passionate about me enough, he gonna do what I want him to do. He's gonna have the money available, or whatever that I want to available. If he likes me, I don't worry about how much he gonna make. He gonna do whatever he gonna do if he wants to be with me, regardless. Or he gonna make whatever he gonna know what's gonna make me happy. If he knows that I don't need a lot of money to make me happy, then I'm fine. You don't have to have a lot of money. And life is not about money. Life is about being happy, being with somebody that you're passionate about, that's passionate about you. And you can make 50K or 60K, and I could be happy with that. Me and your lifestyle be different, but I could be happy with that. No big deal.
Why is it you see so many women who are obviously overweight, not doing anything about it, and they're wondering why they can't find a husband? Because men will short term you, but signing on a dotted line, no, ma'am. Yeah, you can't blame the men for what they want.
Charles, I have not eaten since around 1 o'clock, and you keep talking about food. Stop it. Shit.
It goes against a man's biological imperative. Because a woman, when she typically gets that size, in our hind brain, in our primitive brain, that woman already looks like she's somebody else's, that she's got kids. But whoa, wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. What's going on? We don't.
I need the lights up. I'm doing the Kevin today. I don't know. I ain't got no music, but I do the Kevin today. Music, likes.
We got to get these likes up, man. I don't know what y'all doing. What y'all think this is?
Uh-oh.
Get these likes up, man. We got 2,200 people. I'm about to open the call line.
Oh, wait.
Come on. Get them likes up. Black men don't like big girls. You're out of your mind. Broke men like big girls. Anybody want to say black men like big women? Broke men need big women. Black men with money don't feel.
Yeah, I think it's attitude, Kevin. Kelvin, it is attitude. Okay. Yeah, and a proper date can be fast food. It can. I don't need to be took to fancy place all the time. I don't need to do that. And coffee dates is cool too. I love a coffee date. A good cup of coffee. Starbucks. Meet me in the book area where I can. You know how you go to the doggone Barnes and Nobles, and then they got a coffee area, and then they got books. Oh, hell yeah, I could do a date like that. I would love a date like that because I'm a reader, because I'm a person that loves to read. Hell yeah, that would impress me. That would be one of the best dates. If you came to a bookstore and told me, hey, HQ, meet me at the bookstore, and I want to show you something at the bookstore and coffee. Oh, hell yeah. Love it.
Deal with big women. Black men with money, middle class black men, upper middle class black men, lower upper class black men don't want overweight women. They don't want to marry them. Show me 250-pound women that.
You need a sweet teddy bear. Not a what's that, Calvin? Right, winter is coming, man. It's September. It's almost going to be October. It's going to start getting cold out here. Okay, it's about to get cold out here. Everybody needs a companion to snuggle up with. Look, I know I'm bobbing my head too. I was like, wait a minute, what's wrong with that music? Ain't nothing wrong with that music. That music is cool. What y'all doing?
That are married. When you talk about life, you're saying they will have intercourse with. And if that's the lowest, and that's your standard, sis, Good for you. Tom Likas used to say,
why did he think that music was going to turn people off? That's not bad music, not at all. It's just loud. Ain't nothing wrong with it, though.
This is not mine. Tom Likas says, bad picture for broke dudes. And here's the more important thing. Let's get into the question.
Okay, now we can't hear you now. You got to turn that music down if you're going to keep talking in the middle of music. I thought it was a punishment. You wasn't getting no content until the music stopped and people got the likes up. Everybody get the likes up, please, and thank you coming in the door. I got 36 likes. I need 10 more likes. 10 more likes now. Come on. You came into my door. You rang the bell. You wanted to come across my threshold. Please and thank you very much. Hit the like button. Here we go.
Hit them up. Let's get to the more important thing.
What is
Instead of debating back and forth on who's fat shaming and who's this, who's that, why don't you, 8 out of 10 of y'all, why don't y'all work out? The first question is, are you competitive for what men want? Men want slimmer women. Men want fit women.
Yeah.
Middle-class men, like, because 72.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. That's the exchange. That's what I like, the exchange, right? These are the things that men require. Men require women to be in shape, not overweight. Y'all hit the like button, please, and thank you. Hey, Immortal. Hey. You require women to be in shape. Okay, so women require a specific threshold of money. So that's my thing. Women require a specific threshold of money. Men require women to be fit. I think it's a win-win. Y'all come to a specific threshold of money, and then you got the women that you want. That's the way I look at it. I don't know. How else y'all look at it? Hi, AK, Immortal. Hello.
2% of mothers in this country have to work full or part-time.
Right.
That's every race.
Right. Y'all can't get everything your way because the woman is the prize. I think the woman is the prize. That's just me. Hey. So if I think women are the prize, that means you have to do some of the things to get the woman because she is the prize. And I get the red pill talking points and everything else, but that stuff don't work if the woman don't want to come over there. And if the woman don't want to come over there, hey, because you don't make enough money. Maybe, I don't know. Hey, T-Air, y'all hit the like button, please. Booty hunter. You bogus. Yeah. Reason why my voice sounds like that is because I was caught in a fire and I inhaled a lot of smoke and my voice used to be different, but now it's in this way. That's why it sounds the way it does. And on top of the fact that I keep getting a cold.
I've already told brothers, you better realize the average black woman wants you to be able to work to pay all the bills. Well, he's got to work to pay all the bills. Why would he take you on when you already bigger than him? If you outweigh a man, what's the problem? But I want to talk to you about it because I need to ask, I want you to.
Yeah, you talking to us about it, but I'm saying you can't help who you fall in love with. People can't help who they fall in love with, right or wrong. You can put yourself into the room of the people that you want to fall in love with, but you can't help who you fall in love with, regardless of whether she heavy or she not. That's why a lot of people fall for their co-workers, because you meet those people, you know those people, you see the people every day. Okay.
Explain to the men why you feel like you should not have to work out, why he should accept you this way, why it's so hard for you to do what your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother did.
Because it's not easy to lose weight. Losing weight is not an easy thing. And because of the thing I said at the beginning of the show, I said, you can't shame women into losing weight. It's a hard thing. You just can't do it. But you feel like you could shame women. That doesn't work like that. Just like women couldn't shame men into getting better jobs. I don't know how that works.
Because we want to put it on racial politics and, media stereotypes.
Yeah, they do, Black America. Yeah, they do.
I look through my family photo album and I look at the women from back as far as we have it to the 1800s. And I'm like, woo!
Yeah, but back then, food didn't have as much processed stuff in it. All these fast food restaurants weren't readily available. Different time. That was a different time. When my parents were growing up, that was a different time than it is now. Okay? Way different, hell of a different. We don't have DoorDash. We don't have all that. Food is definitely different now. It's more convenient. It can come to your door. You don't have to go nowhere. All that's processed. It's totally different.
When you get around 1990, poof! It's like opening the seal on a can of biscuits.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. But you know what? Maybe I got it all wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, you know what you're talking about. You're making sense. But you're making sense where you're trying to compare us to 1940s or the 50s and 60s women. The women from 1960 and 50, they didn't have the processed food that we have. They didn't have McDonald's on every corner. They didn't have DoorDash, all of that conveniently, readily available right there. They didn't have that. Okay, so it's different. We've been no, hell no. Then right when the pandemic hit, people got caught in the house. They couldn't leave their house. They couldn't do no exercising out. They didn't want to. Couldn't go outside. X, Y, and Z. There's many factors as to why women became overweight. So you gotta look at that and give grace. And as I said, men can ask for what they want, but that don't mean they can get it. Right?
You know, I'm going to start letting more.
Because that's not how the world works. Different things people do. It's a difference between me having to cook dinner and me calling KFC and ordering dinner. There's a big difference, Black America. And most people, you say we women don't cook. The women don't cook. So if the women don't cook, they order out, which means there's more processed food, which means they get bigger. Men get bigger, women get bigger. The whole nine.
More women call in, and you know, y'all want to get that smoke? I got some smoke. We're gonna have time to call in for the colorism, the free smoke show, because I know there's gonna be
hella trolling, Repink, hella trolling.
Part 2 to the colorism. There's gonna be a part 2 to the single mother show, and a part 2 to the colorism show.
Hey, Steven.
Because what I've noticed is there are a lot of women who secretly were sitting back saying, "Well, colorism is." I didn't say colorism did not exist. It definitely exists, just like racism, all other kind of prejudices.
Right.
But when I ask what does it have to do to a singular competitive woman, the answer is nothing. The problem is the women who I'm talking about,
what?
Who have the biggest issues, are you competitive? Let's get in.
They don't need to be competitive. That's the problem. You only need to be competitive for the man that you want. You're not competitive for just any old man. That's another thing. Women are not competitive for just any old man. If I got to work, he gonna be the best part of. He gonna be top tier. I ain't working for Joe Blow down. If I got to compete like that, I ain't working for Joe Blow who worked down at the sandwich shop. I'm working for Elon Musk. Just see is what it is. And most people think that way. If I'm gonna work hard, I'm not working for the everyday average dude. You talking about competing for the everyday average dude. Women ain't doing that. Hello, Mackie. Hi.
To it, because I want to open these call lines. I want to hear what you have to say. Explain what I'm missing. Smaller women get bigger.
Here's the thing. You're trying to get women to get ready for marriage. Early. But you're not preparing the men to get married early. 2, young women do not marry men when they're 25, when they're 22 and 23. Most do not marry men that are 40 and 45. So they usually want to marry somebody their right age or around their age. Okay. And here's the thing. We're having an issue with the women coming to the table. I believe women are the prize, but then that's just me. People can think anything they wish. But if you can't get the prize to the table,
rings. Bigger women don't get rings. Big women don't get married. That's what it comes down to. They don't get married. They can have sex. They may even have babies, but they don't get husbands. And that's sad.
Because Kelvin, when women got married a long time ago, they needed to get married. The institution of marriage was put together for the benefit of the man. It wasn't for the benefit of the woman, because we can get sex and have babies and do all that and get taken care of without getting married. It was for the men who wanted to have that stability of a woman who had their children. Okay, she had you're to marry her, she's going to have my children. But that's the thing. This is the new world we're living in with these young women who don't want to get married, who don't want to be submissive, all those good things that men want. Okay. Y'all mad because I'm telling you what women are, what they talking about. He's talking. Don't he sound mad to you too? He don't sound mad. He just sound a little bit out of step, just a little bit.
Bad.
Hold on.
But eventually,
Okay, we can't.
But eventually, they send you away
Mm-hmm.
because you're not a buyer.
Right. Right. Nothing wrong with that.
Right?
Right.
Why you keep letting guys test drive you and not buy you?
Because that's how the world works. That's how dating works. They don't necessarily have to have that many people test drive them, of course. She has that option. But that option is on the table for how many. The option to do it is not anybody's business but hers. The option of how many is what she has to decide, right? And the thing is, you can have 10, 15, 20. Who cares about, I'm just saying, you don't know how many she's had, so that's a mute point when I hear people talk about body count. It's just immaterial. Unless you got a disease.
You know what some people like to do? Some people, they'll buy a practical car, a car that'll fit their needs.
Yeah.
Like guys who like sports cars. They will buy a practical car that'll fit their needs. Then they'll go rent like a Dodge Charger or a Camaro or something like that.
Right.
They won't buy that car. They'll rent that car and then they'll drive it hard and then they'll give it back. Unfortunately, men treat women like this like rentals.
So my question is, why do men treat women like rentals instead of treating every woman that he comes across as a wife? That way, maybe he'd get a wife quicker. Why not treat every woman that you want to sleep with like a potential wife? So it's okay for the men not to treat the women like what. Y'all need to hit the like button, please, and thank you. Hit the like button. Y'all came and rang my doorbell. Hit that like button. I should have 10 more likes, at least 10. Likes or not likes, but I should have something. Well, HQ, if you ever did women, your experience can answer that. I don't understand the question. Okay.
They don't treat you like a purchase.
That's the thing. Why is it that y'all don't treat every woman that you want like a wife? Because y'all men are not trained to. Specifically, black men are not trained to treat women like wives. They're trained to treat women like pass-arounds until they find the one that they want. So why is it that women can't treat the men like pass-arounds until she finds the one she wants? I don't know. It happens that way. It is what it is.
Because you are short-term to them.
Yes.
And you're telling guys that it's okay to be short-term.
Right.
Because you're openly raising your hand saying, I am not willing to make myself higher value. Again, it's not as though the science is not settled. It's not as though
I'm not going for the stereotype. Y'all can piss on that. What I dare y'all about stereotypes or talking points. I don't care whether it's typically not done. People do it all the time. You don't know how many bodies he's had. We don't know how many bodies she's had. So it's a mute point. This body count is a mute thing. Because you don't know how many bodies you done had. Nobody knows how many bodies you got. You can tell you sexually experienced, but you don't know how many bodies they got. So you just don't know.
We don't understand that men want slimmer women.
Yeah, okay.
Men want fit women.
I get that.
Why don't you want to give the men that you want what they want?
We do. That's why
And
we want
then
men
why
who
do
have
you get
money too.
upset?
No, hold on. How you gonna get upset when we ask for money? Men want slimmer women. Okay, fine and dandy. Women want men who make a lot of money or who make decent amount, who make a decent amount of money. How you gonna get mad at her when she wants a decent amount of money, but you don't feel like she should be upset when you say she should get thin? You want something, she wants something. It's a match made in heaven when you come with the money too. It just is what it is. That's your contribution to the relationship is the weight and the fit and the fitness, and your and the weight and the responsibility of money is your contribution.
When they decided to go on to Becky,
What the hell is
Marisol,
going on?
Marlene, you know, when they go ahead and get them, when they go on, they move it off to a white girl. What do you tell them? I'll tell you what. Here's one of the best things you could do if you're a woman and falls into this category. One of the best things you could do.
Anybody know what's going on with Trump and this White House thing that he talking about? Okay, because I'm trying to figure out why are they having a big old press conference? What's going on? What the hell is going on? I hope he ain't talking about some kind of war, something else. Jesus.
As a woman who falls into this category, listen.
Donald Trump is having a press conference. Is it a war?
Listen to what I'm about to say. Get your abs flat. Get your stomach flat. If you can get your stomach flat,
you still ain't gonna be able to find love. Just because your stomach is flat, that don't mean you're gonna find love. Men have flat stomachs all over the world. Men have flat stomachs all over the world, and they the loneliest bunch of folks hitting the damn planet. And they still can't get no woman. So it don't have nothing to do with flat abs. Just don't.
You can be a 4 in the face and still win. You can be below average looks if your stomach is flat. A flat stomach adds points to your SMV. Stop worrying about having a big old butt or big old boobs or big old legs.
We know you're lonely. That's why y'all off yourselves at a way higher catastrophic rate than women. Come on now. Y'all off yourself more than we off ourselves. And it's because whatever. I don't know why you do it, but you do it more than we do.
A flat stomach by doing it the right way. Drinking water, cutting out sugar, cutting out carbs, doing the abs and the crunches, and doing the cardio and doing the resistance training.
Right.
No cheating. See, high value.
We got 13 more minutes of Kevin. Then we got to react to the ABBA video, the other ABBA video.
And high value men know how to spot a fake, and they don't buy fakes. They'll kick it with a fake, but they don't buy a fake because a fake will blow up on you. Right. Not gonna happen.
Wow.
Why don't you, lady? Here's the thing. What we're really talking about is if you're a single woman, your weight is keeping your husband away.
Wow.
So what really that's down to.
Wow.
You look around and you see all these average looking white women and average looking Hispanic women.
Wow.
Average looking Asian women, and they got husbands.
Wow.
Because they're smaller than their men.
Go ahead.
You got to be smaller than the men.
Right. That's true.
And see, nothing that I'm saying is biologically wrong.
No, there's nothing wrong with what you're saying. I get all of that, and it's perfectly logical. I'm just saying it's not causation. They don't relate to each other, or they don't. One is not preceded by the other. One does not cause the other. Just because she has a flat stomach doesn't mean she's going to get a husband. The chances are that she might get lucky, but men are not marrying women these days anyway. So it has nothing to do with flat stomachs. It has more to do with personality and access. Okay? So yes, women need to lose weight. You need to get into the gym, lose some weight off the fat. Y'all just want me to say it. Get your fat ass in the gym. Okay? You heard me say it. Okay, you heard me say it. Get your fat ass in the gym. I get all that. Of course, He's correct. We all need to be we all need to be healthy. We all need to be eating right. We get all of that. I get all that. Show do. But the thing is, just because you're skinny doesn't mean you find a wife or a husband, right? And just because you're rich doesn't mean you're going to find a wife or a girlfriend. That doesn't mean anything. It's not connected. You have to have a good personality, a good heart, a decent human being in order to keep and get a man or a woman. That's all. And then you work from there.
I'm saying you got to be smaller than the.
Yes, they got to be respectful and loving. Has nothing to do with size. It has to do with being respectful and loving. Thank you, Todd. Please explain it.
Men. Ladies, you have to be smaller than the men.
Trump ain't declaring war or nothing, is he, y'all? Because I see an emergency thing come across my thing. He ain't over there declaring war or something crazy like that. Let's hope. Let's hope.
Smaller than the men.
I don't know, Todd. Todd. Hey, Todd. What's happening? Black America said you a bum.
If you're not smaller than the men, it won't work. Smaller than the men.
That it just flies into the face of you. Just got to be a good person, period. Be a good person, be a nice person. Your personality will shine through and somebody will find you. You just got to be a good person. You not necessarily, it depends on the man that you want. Also, of course, I believe that. Depends on the man that you want. Okay? And the man, what he's looking for. Because there's plenty of men who look good who marry big women. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying all of y'all. I'm just saying some of y'all. You can't just all one size fits everybody. It doesn't work that way. Because if you're a shitty human being and you're skinny, nobody wants you to be their wife or husband, period.
Smaller than the men. That's what you got to do, man. And if you don't want to do that, you don't have to.
They don't have
Yeah.
to. They don't have to.
How often do you work?
Okay, let's see.
Very spoiled.
Okay.
And I just got whatever I wanted as a child.
Was your mom, were you raised by was your father married to your mother?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
And dad let you get that way?
Yes.
All right. That's unusual.
Right.
Well, a little background. My
What?
dad was actually not the healthiest person. He passed when I was a teenager due to his health issues.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So what are you doing? So at what point did you start deciding to get yourself under control?
When I got to college, when I was 19, I was pretty overweight.
What
and
does
I
that
didn't like
mean?
it.
What does that mean? How much did you weigh?
Oh, I was about 215.
How tall?
How y'all gonna straighten? How y'all out there talking about you gonna straighten me out? When the hell did any man on this planet besides Philo straighten HQ out? Ain't nobody walking. Ain't nobody walking.
5'6".
5'6". See, Spelman actually scrapped all their college athletics and put all their money. And I see you, Stephanie. You're up next. And to put all their money into health and nutrition because they noticed that so many black women will come into
I put the link down for anybody who wanted to come up. Who wanted to
That's crazy. And you're 23 right now?
Yeah.
I put the link down.
How often do you work out?
Not nail one person jump up here.
I work out about 3 days a week.
Okay.
But at the time when I first started losing the weight.
And y'all seem to think I'm pushing back. I'm not pushing back on that. I'm not pushing back on nothing that Kevin is saying. I'm just saying he's taking liberties. Y'all know I catch a cold and when the weather changes. He's taking liberties with saying that if your waist is thin, you can get a husband. That's not how that works. There's no gaslighting involved. How it works is have a beautiful personality, be a decent human being to another human being, and you can get a husband. And be halfway decent looking, wear your clothes well, you can get a husband. It has nothing to do, you can be a shitty person with a skinny waist and all of that, you ain't getting no husband. So it's not a matter of having a skinny waist. We want you to lose weight, We would like you to be in shape. We would like that. Yeah, I get his point. I get his point completely. I get it. Okay. But you can't just say, if I'm thin, I'm going to get a husband. Because there's plenty of thin people all over the world that ain't got husbands or wives. So that's not one of the prerequisites to getting married. The prerequisite to getting married is being a decent human being and be willing to compromise and be willing to figure out conflict, resolve conflicts. I didn't say fat women could get married at will. Skinny women can't get married at will either. What are you saying? Neither can skinny women. Skinny women can't get married at will. Men can't get married at will, because if they could get married, if people could get married at will, people would be married if they wanted to be married. So if by your logic, if people can get married by will because they're beautiful, shit, there should be so many marriages around this motherfucker, but they don't want to get married. So it's not a matter of at will. Nobody can get married at will. You have to be you have to have a decent personality. You have to attract another person with your personality too, with your commonality too. Can't just be because I'm fit. Because I could be cussing you out all day. Ain't no man marrying no woman cussing him out all day, even if she's gorgeous. So it's not a matter of it's not be skinny, get married. That's not how that works. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is good advice. I get it. It is. But you can't make it seem as though because I'm skinny, I'm going to automatically get married. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. It's never that simple. Personality, commonality, all of those things come into play. Not just weight. Okay? You can be overweight and still be a beautiful person and find a person. Okay? I already told you, don't spout them talking points to me. Not over here. Not over here. That's not how that works. Somebody, who is that? You better get him. Who is it? I forgot his name. He came up here. He said something. I can't remember what he said. Some guy, before that. Todd, there you go. Todd, you need to get him. Because you need to get him. Explain it to him. I'm not gaslighting. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not gaslighting. I'm just stating the fact. He's stating something about how you want it to be. How you want all women to be fit, feminine, and friendly. That's how you want it to be. That's not how it is. How it is you find a person and your compatibility, you have a compatible family, background, you like the person, you're attracted to the person is a decent person. That's how that works. It's not a matter of all of us is going to be skinny and then we all going to get married. We all have choices. If people could get married at will, everybody would be married whenever they felt like it, and it don't work that way. Hey Zeus, what's happening? What's happening? Man,
How are you doing, beautiful?
fine, thank you. What's going on?
Good. Your skin looks amazing.
Thank you. What do you have to say about the topic, sir? Okay, let me get Kevin on there.
I think we're taking let's think of KevinSamuels concepts or conversations as elements on a meal. I think we're taking one piece of the sandwich combo and we trying to make a whole meal out of it. I don't think we should be arguing that we have let well, I'm just going to say we can't argue it because type 2 diabetes owns all round people.
Right.
So saying you want to get somebody to marry, you want to marry healthy. He's extending what could be healthier, which is being fit. Being fit is also discipline on keeping your house clean. It's also discipline on keeping your credit clean. It's also discipline in other parts of your life. It all rolls over. Not absolutes, but it rolls over. That's the element that I took away that he's trying to give. With that said, I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, I get what he's saying. But I'm saying there's more exceptions than that rule that he put out. The rule is be fit. but there's more exceptions than being fit. That's the thing. That's
Okay, you heard what you said, right? You know what you're saying, right? You know
yeah.
what Kevin's saying. Tell
Mhm.
me what I said to you.
What you said was he's putting a framework together, and we're trying to follow that framework. There's a framework there. I get the framework too. I get all of that. I get all of that. What I'm saying to you is he's talking as though the world were perfect and we all lost weight and we all should be in the gym. But I'm saying it's more exceptions to that than that rule that he has. That's all I'm saying.
He's saying generally, and you're saying unicorns.
No, these are not unicorns. I'm talking real life. How am I unicorn? He's talking to unicorn. I'm talking general. He's talking to unicorn. He's talking, you can't get a husband unless you're skinny. You can't, the bigger the ring is, the bigger the ring, the skinnier you are, the bigger the ring. That's a unicorn.
Okay, just by
Those are
what
not
you
reality.
just okay, hey. There's no need for you to yell. This is your show. You don't need to yell on your show. What he's saying is it's an element. He's saying it's an element, it's a pillar. He's giving us a direction, a foundation. Just like with men, he's saying you should make this amount of money. That don't mean everybody gonna make that.
Right.
But he's saying strive towards that. He's creating a sandwich, a framework, as you call it.
Mm-hmm.
He's not saying that framework is perfect, but name somebody else that was given out a framework. I'll wait.
That freaking Andrew Tate. But I'm Andrew
Kevin
Tate.
came before Andrew Tate. Next question.
Yeah, but he's along that same little line, except he's more misogynistic though.
Okay, I'm gonna sit down because you just drive. I'm driving and you just grabbing the steering wheel, talking about you want to go places.
I'm not. I get Kevin's whole. I get the whole thing.
You can call it his spiel. You can call it his spiel, his stick.
I mean, I get the whole thing. I call everybody slick stick, but I get his whole thing. I get it. It's more of what. It's more of a. If you heard my beginning thing, it's more of how you wish a person to be, how the world would be, could be, should be. But I'm saying the reality is more people are overweight. More people are overweight than people in shape. According to him, I'm going by his logic. If more people are overweight than in shape, then it's going to be more people that are out of shape that are going to get married as opposed to the being in shape. And I'm saying, okay, so why are we working with this? If 80%, if he believes 80% of the women are out of shape and they're still getting weight, still getting married, why are we fighting again? Why won't we say healthy? Why are we trying to shame the women that we trying to make families? I'm just trying to figure out which one we're trying to do. We're trying to get people into shape. We're trying to have people with good attitudes. We're trying to get people to have good personalities. We're trying to get people submissive, or are we more concerned on the weight than we are the beautiful personality that could be your husband or your wife? Because we're trying to make sure that we tell men that they don't need to have 100K in order to be a good man. So why are we telling women they got to be X, Y, and Z to be a good woman?
Yeah, I don't think that's what's said. But see, I realized something talking to women. We have a plate and we put one piece of meat on it, and y'all done made a whole buffet of conversation. We ain't got two dimes invested in. But I get it. That's what you guys need to do. I suggest you are 100% right, HQ. Keep doing what we have been doing in the community, and the rates will keep increasing. With that said, I'm in.
No, I'm not saying do what we keep doing. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you want to start right here. We want to start right here with telling the people, yes, we want you to lose weight. We want you to do X, Y, and Z. We want all of that. We want all of that, of course. But I'm also saying don't tell women you have to be a size 2 in order to get married. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's my whole thing. Stop telling women they have to be size 2 to get married, because that's not true. You have to have a good personality, like morals and values, in order for somebody to want to marry you. Okay.
My personality ain't got me nothing. You know what
can
got
you
me
hear me?
something. You know what got me something, didn't you?
How does it feel to be beautiful with no job? What? Yeah, I heard you. Black America, you up here? We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait till you finish your bullshit. Go ahead.
No. You can talk now. Zeus is talking. He already tried to come
Why,
up here and tell that.
why do you keep doing this to us?
What am
Why?
I doing? How am I doing? What am I doing to you? I just said
This is
you don't
why.
have to be a
You know
size
what?
two to be
You know
married.
what, HQ? We come over here. Hold on. I want to say it's about 85 to 90% men over here. And
Mhm.
we come over here to fuck with you tough, right? We do. We come over here, we come listen to you, we come comment, we come give you engagement, we come talk to you. But
Mhm.
for you to say things that are so, I'm not going to say stupid, delusional,
Delusional.
it's mind blowing.
How am I delusional when I say you don't have to be a size two to get married? How is that delusional?
Nobody said a size two.
That's my
None of
whole
us
message.
ever,
But he's
none,
saying that. But he's saying that.
he
He's saying
didn't say a size two,
nobody's gonna
HQ.
marry you.
He didn't say a size two.
No, not a size two. What he's saying is nobody's gonna marry you or want you if you're fat. I'm saying you don't have to be a size two to be married. How am I delusional?
Because that's not how it works. You will get a man that, listen, a man that makes $30,000, right? Let's say our age, right? We both in our 50s. A 50-year-old man that makes 35, $40,000, he is going to take absolutely anything. If it's a bitch in the gutter, he's going to take that bitch in the gutter, and he's going to be happy with it.
Okay.
A man that makes anything over 50 or $60,000, well, guess what? That fat bitch and that bitch in the gutter, they don't count. They don't even count as people. You won't even see them. I know a lot of nice fat women. They have lovely personalities
Okay.
and
And so
double
they
and
don't
triple
deserve to get
chins.
married?
They don't deserve shit. I'm not saying deserve anything. What
Okay.
I'm saying is the men that they're going to have to accept are the
So
men who are.
what?
No,
So
listen.
what?
So, HQ, you don't want women to get with men that are constantly cheating, beating on them, doing drugs,
They do
alcoholics,
that
and all of that.
now. Skinny women get men who do that now. What do you mean?
HQ, how many hours I work a week, HQ?
I'm assuming maybe 50, 60.
No, no. Let's take it up to about 70 to 85. I don't. I'm a truck driver.
Okay.
Typo is a truck driver.
Okay.
Every time you talk to me, I'm fucking working for the most part, and you know that.
Okay.
I I don't have to accept a fat woman because I am not predicated. Men are predicated on what we do. Hey, shoot, like I said, when your sink was broke, I could fix that. If your car is broke, I can change every nut and bolt on that joint. I've been working on cars for almost 40 years. I've been building cars and lowriders and bikes for 40 years. My value is not on how I look. Your value as a woman, not yours, but value as a woman is predicated on how you look and how you act. Mine is on the things that I come with and the things that I can provide you with. That's what my value is predicated on.
Yeah,
That's why you don't see
but,
many fat women
but
get
I haven't
married.
but I haven't seen one person yet that has disputed what I said. You
What do
this
you mean?
disputed what I said. I keep saying the same thing. Just because you're size two doesn't mean you're gonna find a husband or any of the above. Just because you're a size 16 doesn't mean you won't get a husband. It's not based
HQ,
on whether you're fat or skinny. But y'all,
those women
whatever,
those
y'all,
women can be more choosy, HQ.
it doesn't
Those
matter.
women, if I went up to Holly Berry when she was in Swordfish, she could be more choosy. She could deny me, right? Lizzo, she made a lot of money. She could deny me. But you have to look at the landscape of what they're doing now and how they're acting. These women are clamoring for men. Men that are rich, you don't ever hear them complaining about women because they can always have sex.
Mm-hmm,
That's what matters.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's what matters to us is your sexual companionship, not
Yeah.
anything else. It is if we can get some sex from you or not.
I'm looking at the nuances of the situation. I get what Mr. Samuels is saying. I get all of that. And that's for somebody to be inspired to do that. But if our reality is not that, the reality is not skinny, let's get married. That's not the reality out here because men are not marrying the skinny women either. Okay.
The skinny women are not marrying the men. I
Okay.
told you, as a man, HQ, I've already picked you.
So why is it that the
100%.
why is the women ain't marrying the men? Why they ain't marrying the men?
Why don't you ask a woman like Natural KRC?
I
She
mean,
used
because
to come over here all the time. She wants to be childless and all of that. She
hmm
is refusing because she can refuse.
hmm
That's on her. It's not on the men. So you know what a man does? Oh, you refuse me? They'll just move on to another woman.
right, right,
It's not that the men are refusing. As long as it's a good looking woman, a man is not going to refuse. It's just like that one experiment they had where they went around to all of the college campuses and were
hmm
asking they had the lady asking the man, hey, you want to go back to your room and have sex? It was like 98% of the men said yes without knowing her because I've already chose you. You have to pick me and then we can go from there. But I've already chose you as a woman.
Where's
So
Mr.
it's not us. And yes, all men can get sex. It just depends on what type of woman that man wants the sex from.
Right?
Todd is lying to you. Todd is one of those 39 35 people that he make $29,000 a year. So yes, he's gonna accept a big bitch. He has to. He drives a
So
fucking 85
nobody
Yugo.
nobody likes the big bitches, but they all stay pregnant. Nobody want them, but they stay pregnant.
They got good pussy. You fuck them, but nobody wants them. The our white friend, you know what my white friends call them? Because I'm in the trucking industry. All my white friends call them mopeds when it comes to women. They call them mopeds. They say because they're nice to ride, but you don't want anybody to see you riding one of them.
Mm.
You don't want your
Okay.
friends to see you.
Big
Yeah,
Aaron.
that's
Yeah.
yeah,
Big
that's what
Aaron.
it is. You don't want your friends to see you riding.
What'd
There,
you
there,
come up to say, Big Aaron? Hold on, hold on. What'd you come up to say, Big Aaron? Aaron?
I would like to know what you're trying to get accomplished by disputing what the gentleman is saying.
I'm not refuting anything he's saying. I'm not refuting anything Kevin Samuels is saying. Not
What
one
about
thing.
the what?
What he said,
What
what
about the
he's saying
gentleman on?
is
What about the gentleman on the panel?
uh Black America refuting what he's saying. You all are going hold up. You all are going by exactly what Kevin Samuel said. I'm saying there are exceptions. There's more exceptions than his rule. That's all I'm saying.
what
There's
rule?
more
When
exceptions
when when
than his
giving
rule.
when giving advice, do you want to lean on the exceptions to support the advice you're giving, or do you lean on the rule?
Well, the rule is if the rule is only 2% and the exceptions are 98%, I'll go with the exceptions.
An exception
If
can't
the
be
exceptions, the
98%.
What?
the 90
And it,
But Say that again, HQ. I need to hear that part one again.
He said, so this is the reality of what I must understand. He said it's 80%
No,
overweight.
come on,
So,
don't run me all around.
he
Go
said
back to this
80%.
exception rule shit. Go back to that, please.
I'm saying if 80% is overweight, that means there's only 20% that could get married, according to him, that are desirable to
And
be married.
HQ, that's exactly what our marriage rate is 20%. It
Exactly.
But,
works out.
but, but, but,
It works out.
but that 20, no, the rate is higher than that. So the whole point is if it's 20,
29%, my bad.
if it's only 20% that get married, then there's 80% of the people that are undesirable of marriage. That's not true.
That is
That's
true.
Well,
80% of people
what
are not undesirable. What are you talking about?
That is true.
what you're highlighting is the fact that men are forced to settle, and that could have something to do with the declining marriage rates.
Women are being forced to settle too. So we're all
No,
in
no,
the
no,
same
no.
boat.
CHQ, how you derail? You see how you went? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the standards that men have to accept in the population of women that are available to them.
Right, right.
So they're forced to settle is what you're essentially saying. And then the fact that men have to settle is what sets the standard because women refuse to give what they really want. But in reality, the men are telling you what they really want. Whether or not they get it is inconsequential. We're telling you what men want. That way, when a woman pursues an upper echelon man, he can increase the probability that she'll get him because he has access to the 80 and the 20%.
Yeah, it increases the probability, but I still see skinny women. I still see skinny women, and as women, hold on, it's 80% overweight, not necessarily obese. So
Right.
there's a big gigantic gap between that and that. So you're still not
No,
married.
it's not a
No, it's not. It's not
it's
a
not
big
a
gap.
big gigantic gap.
It's only
There is a
20%
gap.
obese.
No, it's not. That's not true.
According to
No,
Kevin Samuels,
That's
it's
not true.
20%.
That is not true.
According to Kevin Samuels, he
No,
just
that's
said
not what he said. He said 80% are
yes.
obese.
And he said 20% are obese. He said
No,
80% overweight.
90% overweight, 80% obese.
No, that's not true.
Yes. I
That's
just
not true.
listened to him the other night and
That's not true.
black females are the only group of women.
80% obese,
You don't let me
overweight,
finish. You don't let me
overweight.
finish.
Because you're quoting
You're not
wrong
letting me
statistics.
finish. No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
90%,
I write books on this subject.
90%
90% are
overweight.
fat and 80% are obese.
No, that's
And
not
that's
how
that's what it was.
he
That's
said
what it was.
it works.
females are the only group of females
That's
that
not how that
outweigh their
works.
men, and it's getting scary because they're starting to be twice as big as their men.
That's not how that works.
That is how that works.
Mm-mm.
I've listened to him for 5 years. I refereed games at his high school he went to. I live in the city he grew up in. I know his mother. I'm not just talking.
Obese. Okay.
And what did you
See,
say about
HQ,
I see only 41% classified as obese.
where?
I don't see
Where?
90% of women obese.
Where?
I know that's not true.
What are you
I
looking
see
at?
skinny women all
HQ,
the time.
did you put in women or did you put in black
Black
women
women.
specifically?
Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
There is a difference because when you add more to the pool, it
I'm
brings
using
the
Elon
number of
Musk
the
Grok.
women down.
I'm using
Say that
Elon
again.
Musk. I'm using Elon Musk's Grok.
Elon Musk computer is not having sex with these women. We are HQ.
Elon Musk ain't
But
interested in black females.
right.
What? What?
I don't
I
know.
don't
I think
know.
Aaron had
About
tripped you up.
40%. About
I
40%.
think
That's a white
I think
man.
Aaron tripped you up and you didn't have a good comeback for it.
No,
And I
y'all
wanted to hear it
no.
again.
Y'all keep trying to convince me of something I already understand. You came up here to tell me, no, all men want skinny women.
I
I get
didn't
all
say
that.
that.
I get all of
No
that.
man has said that. No man has said,
Okay.
HQ,
So
this is what I
there's
want to say.
nuance to it.
No
Why
man has said that.
did you hear what I said?
What we are
Y'all get
saying
triggered
is
because
if
I say certain things. I said you have to have a good personality, you have to have like-minded things, and you can probably get married. More than likely, you would be married.
No, you got to look
but
Nobody's
good.
not
marrying.
if you're fat.
Hold on, hold on.
You're not listening.
Nobody's marrying a shitty ass skinny woman. Nobody.
That's the exception. Right.
Most people are marrying people with a decent personality and
No,
like-minded
no,
background.
men go off looks. We have to be, our
We go
eyeballs have
off
to
of
be
your
clean.
looks.
I know men go off of looks.
No, not when you're saying that they got to be
I know
skinny.
men go off of looks, but lots of men don't marry skinny women. He's saying you can only get married if you're skinny.
Who said that?
That's
This is
not
what
what he said.
he said.
Yeah, he
The
didn't say that.
skinnier you are, the better the ring.
That's not what
No,
you said before.
to quote Kevin
That's not
So
what
Samuels,
he said.
he said fit, feminine, and friendly. You can be. He said prior to 1970, I quote, prior to 1970, the average black female was 5'4", 130 pounds. Today, the average black female is 5'4", 190 pounds. He told the female, go back and look in your family album. You do not see 250 and 300-pound grandmas in there like you see this herd of cattle today.
We got heifers today, HQ. And some of them are young heifers.
Thank you.
You, like I said, you not getting in between no woman's legs. You
and
don't know what's going
still
on with these women.
get married. And yet and still these people get married, regardless of their
They're
weight.
not getting married.
Who gets married? Black people aren't getting married. We have a 90%
Black people,
divorced single mom rate.
Okay. Okay. Let me get back to the video. Cause I'm not gonna argue with 3, 4, 5 men when you already heard what I said. I said I believed what he said. I just don't believe in living in that 20%. I believe in living in the 80%. And the 80% are not all skinny. That's where I live. He lives in the 20%.
In the
You live in
80%
the
what?
20%. I'm not
80%
gonna
what?
argue with you.
HQ, HQ, you're not overweight, HQ.
I get
HQ,
that.
you eat one piece of chocolate a week and you suck on it so you can savor it till next week. You
You're
have
not.
self-discipline, HQ. You are not a woman who is stopping by Jack in the Box, Burger King, McDonald's, and all of these other places on a
True.
daily basis eating, HQ, because you often mention cooking a meal for yourself, HQ. We all hear it. You're
Yes,
not like these
but
other women.
but that most of the women are overweight. And most of those women, primarily a lot of those women, get married.
Have you ever heard of
HQ,
Lizzo?
if the marriage rate for our black women in our community,
And it's
this will
not
be
a
the
matter
last
of
time I
but it's not a matter of
this,
marrying her because she's overweight. That's not why people
no,
don't.
listen, listen. This is all I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna shut up. If our marriage rate for our black women is 29%, and
Right.
that is for all races of men to marry them, right? All
But that's
races
not
of
based
men is
that's
marrying
not
this.
all based on her weight, right?
It's not
No.
her attitude, right? Her attitude and the stuff
Yes.
has something that is a factor, right? But
It's more
nobody,
a factor.
hold on, hold on, listen to what I'm saying. But as a man, and the other men on the panel will attest, I'm not going to approach a 300-pound woman and try to get with her.
Right.
If she's 300 pounds, that bitch better be 8 feet tall.
HQ, you know who's HQ, you know who said it best? Your grandma. What did your grandma teach you about first impressions?
Mm.
Finish the sentence. First impressions are what?
You never get one. You never get another one. I
And they're lasting. Our first impressions are with our eyeballs. Shannon Sharp said his grandfather told him, "Son, my eyes work a lot better than my ears."
I get. Y'all think I don't understand what he's saying. I get what he's saying.
Okay.
I'm saying he lived in the 20% of people. I'm talking
What
about the
20%?
80% of people.
Which 20%?
If we're doing comparisons of the 80 overweight and the 20 being not overweight, I'm living in the 80% where most people get married at. He's living in the 20% where you got to be fit, feminine, and friendly, and you get married to X, Y, and Z to men who make a lot of money.
And
But
what's
the
the 80?
normal everyday average person, people are overweight. People don't make that much money. So I'm living there. That's what I'm talking about. I'm
Black
talking about
marriages are dead. 25% get married.
because they don't need to get married, not necessarily because they're fat. Because they
Who
don't
don't
need
need to get married?
HQ,
women.
if they're the poorest
Women,
people,
women.
hold on,
Go
hold on.
ahead.
If they're the poorest people on the in the fucking country, they absolutely do need to get married, HQ. So
I'm not
let's
saying
not
you.
do
I'm
that.
saying the women say they don't need to be married.
It doesn't
I
matter what
get,
they
But
say.
I
they're
get that they need to be married.
absolutely
I'm
Okay.
living in reality. I'm not living in what you think
There's
should
a
happen. I'm
there's
living in what is happening. What is happening is women saying they're not getting married. So
they can
stop
say
telling
any
me they
a
should
pair
be
of
married.
lips, a pair of lips can say anything. I could say, "Oh, God ain't got no power." What you say don't mean nothing.
Yes, you do. If I don't
No,
want
it
to get married,
doesn't.
if the women don't want to get married, they're not getting married.
Okay, there's this book out.
right.
There's this book out called Bible. There's a dude in it named God that said a woman is nothing without a man. A female has to get a man. Her one and only job on the earth is to
No.
please a man.
Stop that. What I tell you about them talking points. Hold on. What
You
I
don't
tell
tell
you
me
about them
anything.
talking
I was
points.
finding it difficult, so I
Talk to me about
actually
talking
went
points.
under weight loss surgery, where basically half my stomach was cut out.
Okay,
No, I
you
hate
said you
talking points. Don't tell
okay
me she
you
got to do what she got to
you
do.
first start working out.
Women don't got to be married.
Yes,
They
they
don't
do.
have to be married.
That's
They're
why.
successful
That's why.
without being married.
And then that's why black kids are killing each other because there's no man in the house.
That makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense. We didn't
That's
have
your
this crap
Well,
perception.
when in the
That's
60s
your
when we had
perception.
in the 60s when we had an 80% marriage rate. This gang shooting and shooting each other in Chicago, 50 shootings in a weekend did not exist. It makes perfect sense. I'm a psychologist. I study this stuff. I do this all day, every day.
Okay.
So don't tell me what I say don't make
I'm
sense.
saying it don't make sense.
Not to you, because you're not thinking properly.
No, I'm thinking
No,
logic.
you're not.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're
You don't
saying
want to
because of
know
what?
because you
What's the
don't want
call?
to
What's the
know.
call? I understand what you're saying,
You're
but
in
you're not
this
making
feminist
sense.
world.
I'm sorry, what?
You're in this feminist world
No, I'm
influenced
not.
by it.
No, I'm
And
not.
yeah,
it's a reason.
No,
you
I'm
It's
and
a
your
not.
reason
feminist
these
bag
brothers,
today, HQ.
No, I'm not.
it's a reason. You
Don't
ever heard
tell me what I
Google
am.
Google the word
I just told
passport
you.
brothers?
I just told you what the women say they don't want. You're
To
trying to
hell with
tell me
what they
what they
say.
what?
To hell with what they say. Men
The
are the
hell what
leaders.
you say? What do you mean?
No, I didn't say it. God said it. Now cuss God out.
No, we ain't finna do that.
Call God up and
We
cuss
ain't
him
finna
out.
do
That's what
that.
y'all black females do.
We ain't finna do that.
And black
We
females' favorite saying,
we definitely ain't finna do that.
black
You need to
females'
calm
favorite,
down about that female what's female thing.
huh?
Definitely with me. Definitely with me. Don't bring that misogynistic bullshit onto this panel.
I don't have no misogynistic bullshit.
Well, apparently you do.
Apparently,
Apparently you do.
You know what, HQ? You know what's so funny? Your
I told you,
husband,
hold on. I told you all I
once
understood.
again, was a
I told you
misogynistic.
all I understood what he said. Y'all want to take it somewhere else. I'm saying I live in the 80%. I don't live in the 20% where you think something is going to happen. What he said
No,
was the
we're keeping it
skinnier you are, the bigger
right
the
here.
ring. This is what he said. Skinnier you are, the bigger the ring. I don't think that's true. So I can disagree all day long. Just because you think
Okay,
it's
so
true,
good.
mean it's true.
Good. I'm glad you said that.
I don't
I'm
think
glad
that
you said that.
not everything this person
I'm
said.
glad you said that. Now look at it like this. You ex- you you don't think that, right?
No, I don't think it's
You don't
complete.
think what he said is true, right?
No, I don't think it's
So you
completely
have to
true.
look at it like this.
I think it's based on a person's personality.
Lesser men, right? Okay, so okay, never mind. Go ahead, play the thing because it don't it there. I'm no longer trying to convince you on it.
Y'all can't convince me. You can't convince me because if skinny women are, if we could get married at will, because I'm thin and I can get married at will, there would be more people getting married at will, but there's not. There's a lot of skinny people.
HQ, if you wanted to accept a man's today, could you accept a man today if you wanted to?
If I wanted to,
Yes, HQ, men can't do that. It doesn't work the same way for us. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You could go out today, find a man, and marry that man. That doesn't work in the inverse for men.
so
It, do- it doesn't work in the inverse for men. We can't just walk outside and be approached by women. Not every man can do that. Every
so
woman can
every
do
woman,
that.
if all the women were skinny, you could still go out. That would change how you would be able to get a woman if all the women were skinny.
It doesn't have to do with skinny. The bigger women, the unruly women, the mean women, the mannish women, they have to accept lesser men. Dr. Bryant is a beautiful woman, but no man wants her the way she is. Holly Berry is a beautiful lady. When she was married to that superstar baseball player, he was like, "Mama, she don't cook or clean." And ever
So
since
you're
then,
giving
she's
me
been getting
examples of
less.
skinny women. You're giving me examples of skinny women who can't get men, who can't get married, and all of that.
No, they can get men. All they had to do was say yes and make themselves available. What I'm showing you is the inverse. Bigger women are not being able to get these spectacular men.
I'm
They
not
can't get
saying
these
that you
spectacular.
can get spectacular men. That's not what I'm saying. I never said that. What I said was saying to a woman that because she's not a size 2, she's not going to be able to get a decent man. That doesn't work in the real world.
Who
All I'm
said that?
saying.
It
That's all
absolutely
I'm
does.
saying. I'm not saying nothing else. That's
A
all I'm
decent
saying.
man. All right, watch this. You ready? Remember a few episodes ago, you and Miss Glorious posed the question to Black America. If all things were considered equal except for the man's age, which man would be more valuable, the older man or the younger man? Remember that question? Let's run it again.
The younger
If
man.
all right. So no, but we're not. That's not the question. That's the format of the question. The question is, if all things are considered equal between two women, and a man has a choice between these two women, the only thing that were different about them is one was overweight and one was trim, fit, and in shape. Which one's he going for?
The slim one.
Jackpot. That's all we're saying.
I get what you all are saying. You all don't get what I'm saying. I'm saying that's something you're aspiring to do. Women are not in shape. So therefore I'm in that 80% that are not in shape. So you're telling me that 80% can't get married.
That's
I'm
not what I
saying,
said.
Nobody said that, HQ.
No one said can't. That
We
would be
just said you
foolish.
have to accept lesser.
Yeah.
The older you get, the lesser. A
we
fat
all
woman
gotta
is going to
accept
have to get
lesser.
lesser.
We all gotta accept lesser. Because the
That's
one
why I said
that
that's why I said earlier when I made the comment about men settling. That's exact. Now you get exactly what was being said. The optimum
Yeah, we don't
choice
care
is no
about
longer
accepting that.
available for you.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We're outlining what the optimal choice is and all of the little ingredients that make that choice optimal.
But I'm
When you
saying
start paring down away from those ingredients, the choice becomes less optimal.
But
That's
I'm
all we're
saying
saying.
most people don't even get to the optimal. I'm speaking in terms of regular, ordinary person, regular, ordinary, overweight person. This is what he's talking about is the optimum. I'm
Well,
talking about regular, ordinary people.
because the women he's advising want optimal men, so they have to become optimal women because optimal folks have are exposed to and have access to optimal folks.
They gonna be delusional too.
Right. It's like I said, it's like I said, like natural KRC. She used to come over here. She was a pretty girl, but she had a lot of things that she wanted. Shout out to her that she wants those things. But she, with being a little overweight, like really, her bargaining chips aren't really bargaining for those things. Like you can't have everything,
No.
especially if you're not top tier. But she can have something.
Yeah, but even
She
if
can
you're top
definitely have
tier,
something.
but even if you're top tier, that don't mean that ensures success. That doesn't ensure that. That's not what ensures success, whether you're skinny or not.
It increases your probability of achieving it, though. Control the controllables to get the maximum outcome that you can possibly achieve. It's that simple. Or do as you suggest and settle with living in mediocrity.
I'm saying most of us live in mediocrity. That's all I'm saying.
And what we're saying is you can do that, but you can't complain if that's all you strive for. If you understand another level and strive for it, where you land is what you qualify for. And you should strive for the best. This is what makes the community better. This is what drives the evolution of man is the constant pursuit of being better. That's why we have children, so they can be better human beings than we were. And then when they have children, their children can do it better than the last guy. This is what it's all about.
Right. I told you I get what he's saying. But I'm saying this is the optimum result is what he's talking about. I'm talking about the 80% that is not the optimum result of the ones that are overweight, that the ones are normal, everyday, average person. I'm talking about those people. I can't concern myself about the person that's 2% body fat or the man that makes $5 million because I don't see those people because those people are not normal, everyday people. So I'm talking about the real people, the regular average person that is overweight, slightly overweight. Maybe you need to lose 10, 20 pounds, only make 50,000 a year. I'm talking about those people. I'm not talking about the ones that make that optimum. That's great, but that's not regular, normal, everyday average people that Kevin is talking about. He's talking about aspire to that, but it still doesn't ensure you to get married.
But it lowers the probability considerably though, and that's just the thing. Like of course, I know very big women that are not attractive that have gotten married. Is it possible? Yes, but of those women that I know that are very big and unattractive, the percentage of those women that are married are very low. And yes, they're young in their 20s, very very low.
Right.
Yep.
I'm talking about the
it would be
average person.
considerably higher if they was a size 8 or smaller, for sure. Yep.
Right. That's not what I am saying that. I said I understand what he's saying. I get that. I'm saying it's not an insurance of you having what you want, regardless of whether you're skinny or tall. It might get you into the room, but that doesn't mean they're going to marry you. Just like even if you walk into the room and you're heavy set, doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to get married either. I'm talking just regular, everyday, average, normal person. Because if we're talking about high value, most of us are not high value. We're talking about ultra thin, according to some, according to the smart aleck that was on the panel, 90% of us are overweight. So why would I be talking about the 10% when I don't see the 10%, when I don't know the 10%? I would never even run across the 10%. So I'm talking about the regular, everyday, average person who is overweight, who slightly makes less money, X, Y, and Z. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that the bulk of those people get married. It's the 10% people.
I bet you played it. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll jump in after you.
No, you just got here, man. I was just gonna say, I bet you if you play the rest of the video, you'll get the answer to the question why are we so focused on these top tier or these high value or whatever, why the focus is there. Your answer is forthcoming. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, and it's something to aspire to, and I get that it's something to aspire to.
Yeah.
But I'm in the reality of the people, and the reality of people say X, Y, and Z. Right.
Yeah, the one of the inherent problems with this position though, HQ, is that in the elder years, like that gentleman, I don't know who was talking up here earlier, but what he was saying was like with the black rate being married at 80% back in the 60s, there was a slot in a window for most of those large girls that weren't really taking care of themselves like that to still get married. In most cases,
Right.
that window is not the same. So you want to put the best possible product out here to be able to get the results.
It's crazy. Yeah, I get it. I do. But I mean, it's a point, because I looked at it this way. Kevin Samuels had a lot to say, and he had things that he wanted to put on the table for people to aspire to, and I get all of that. Did it change our dynamic at all? Did this change our circumstance? Did what he say change our circumstance?
I heard that monologue you gave early when you first kicked the episode off.
Because
it sounds like shots at KS, man.
No, I wasn't taking shots at him. What I was saying, I wasn't taking shots at him. I was saying women were upset because of X, Y, and Z. I'm assuming they were upset because of X, Y, and Z. I can only make the assumption.
It's anything to try to help improve them is a no-no, huh?
I mean, the whole point was you have to know the difference between advice and criticism, and it came off more as criticism, and that's what most people don't want to hear.
I think the thing is, for most, it will be tough to give us advice without it coming across as criticism. And that's probably will go for no matter what man or anybody says it. And it's funny to even see it return back from women when women try to do it, like Ashley Dalton, and the girls still go ham, and it's like, damn. Because
it comes across as criticism. I don't know how we could get it to sound like it's loving advice. I don't know how we can get it to sound like that, but I'm pretty sure the reason why they pushed back on Kevin Samuels was because he came across as being critical as opposed to.
I hope you review this one episode. I can't find it anymore. I'll say this was probably one of the most epic Kevin Samuels episodes, where the girl called up and she went off on KS, and they was arguing, and she was like, "You remind me of the dad I never had." And she was just going off. Yeah. But she was triggered big time.
Right.
But she was letting it all hang out about her feelings about men in general. And she didn't know KS. That's why it was so funny. But it was a lot of truth in it though too. And I think it affects a lot of women like that. She just was bold enough to say it.
Oof.
Yeah.
You gotta find it.
Yeah.
You gotta find it.
The way
I almost was like, is that HQ calling up or what?
No, hell no.
The way I wanted it to, and I was really unhappy. And I was never go off like surgery because it was obviously affecting my health as well.
Okay. I'm always leery about surgeries, but if your physician said it, but are you at your goal weight?
Yeah, right now I am.
And how are your marital prospects at this point?
Well, that's actually why I called as well. So I'm from a semi-small town in Florida, moved to the New York City, New Jersey area when I finished school last year.
Okay.
And I've lost all this weight. I've gotten the skin surgery. My body is where I want it. And I really haven't had any trouble finding these high-earning men. But I'm having trouble getting commitment and getting into a committed relationship.
Why do you think that is?
Well,
What? No. Why? Now, why? What advice would he give her? What advice is he going to give her now that she lost the weight? What advice he's going to give her? Maybe it's your personality. Maybe.
No, we can tell HQ once a girl has once a woman has weight loss surgery, and the men will be able to tell you, right? Because it seems like my word is
Oh
just
yeah.
mud. We can tell when you had the weight loss surgery, and to be honest with you, it still doesn't look as good as the women think. Like, not saying they look completely horrible, but they still look pretty fucking bad.
They look like hairless cats. You
So
can say it. They look athletic, but the shit is worn like leather.
yeah, that's what
Damn.
it is. That's what it is. It looks like tanned
I am
hide.
not here. I am not here.
How is it that y'all know
It,
what women who done had weight loss surgery looks like?
because
Are you
we've
Dated a
been
few or
looking
serious?
at
three.
women since we was 10 and 12
When
years
they wear
old,
clothes
HQ.
and when they wear clothes and they have scars underneath their clothes, how y'all know what they look like?
A lot of women have
We've
spoke
been
on it.
looking for your panty line since elementary. We have been looking at women and studying you guys. You guys are our prey. We have been
What?
studying everything about you since you don't like that term. You guys are our prey.
Hey,
I'm
Black,
just
she's
saying you
trolling,
said it.
man. She's trolling. She's
I'm
trolling
just
now.
here. I'm just here so I don't get fired.
Yeah. She's trolling now. Watch it, Black.
Yeah, you guys are the object of our affections.
Right, right.
You guys are. You're the objects of our affections. So we study everything about you. We study the way you walk. Every time, like I told you, even at your age, if you walk past me, I'm looking
Mhm.
to see if I can see your panty lines. I'm looking at your ass. I'm looking at the way your legs are shaped and everything. I don't give a fuck what kind of woman it is.
Okay,
I,
okay.
I'm telling you, we from head to toe, we do about I don't know, about a
Yeah, but
half
what's
of a
wrong with having a
millisecond.
little BBL? But what's wrong with having a little nip and tuck? I mean, what's
You
wrong with
interrupted him and he was dropping gold. You interrupted him and he was dropping gold.
that?
I'm
Okay, I'm
done.
sorry.
Yeah, you gotta let him cook, HQ. Oh yeah,
Okay,
shout
go
out all
ahead.
the guys on the
I'm
panel.
sorry.
Big
Go
Aaron,
ahead.
Black American Zoo. Shout out y'all.
And,
Finish.
and, and, and once again, hello to all my guys and everybody in the chat. HQ, we love you guys emphatically as men. Like I said, our lives get more purposeful. We do different things as men for
Right.
women. And so we study everything about you. Whether you're a low earning guy or a high earning guy in the middle, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
All men are driven. Like I said, as a man, I've already chose you. It's up to you to pick me and then stick around for my bullshit, and I gotta listen to your stupid shit. That's the way it works.
Right. Right. Okay.
So we can we can tell we it doesn't matter. And then even the skin surgery thing, oh man, just like Aaron said, it's like it's like tanned hide on your bones. Then it's it it doesn't look super nasty, but once you take off the clothes, and that's why they not committing. Once you take off those clothes and that belly button is not in the right place, because we going over every inch of your body with our hands. Like
Hmm.
we are feeling every nook and cranny with our hands. And once that shit don't feel right, HQ, we are just like, yep, I'll fuck it a couple of times and then I'll leave it alone.
That's wild. Here's the thing. I got a question, and it's somebody. It was prompted from somebody in a thing. If if so, you say here's the thing. Was this person promoting marriage, or what was this person promoting? What was he proposing, or what was he pushing? Pushing. I'm sorry. Was it
He was
marriage or
promoting
not?
marriage. He was promoting marriage, but he was trying to get women that were not top tier. out of the delusion that they could actually get a top tier man. And that's where all of the pushback is from. Because if you don't tell every black woman that she's a 10 and a queen, then all of the black women, it's just like you. You don't want to call a woman ugly. You don't want to call a woman ugly. You don't want to call a woman fat. You don't want to say anything to besmirch a woman.
Mhm.
Us men, if I see Lex doing something, I'm gonna tell him, hey man, that shit's not right. If I see Zeus slipping Mickey's in women's drinks, I'm gonna tell him, hey, you Bill Cosby troglodyte, cut that shit out.
Mhm.
You women don't want to do that to each other. Everything that you got, Cardi B got on the damn TV and said she used to drug men and rob them,
Facts.
and bitches, and she got 160 million followers on all platforms
Go
because
queen,
nobody
go
answered
queen.
that bitch.
Right.
Yeah, if a man was to say that, I used to drug bitches. Bill Cosby ain't got followers like that.
Mm.
So to say anything bad about a woman, to besmirch their character in any shape, form, and or fashion is bad. And you guys don't take it as loving correction. You guys take it as
It's
criticism.
criticism. Yeah. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying most women took it as criticism because he didn't present it as loving advice. He presented it as criticism. You don't expect people to take your advice if you criticize them. Oh, you fat bitch, get in there and lose some weight. 80% of y'all overweight. So 80% of y'all overweight, then you ain't gonna get no husband if you don't lose no weight.
He didn't say it like that.
I know he didn't say
No,
it
he
like
Yeah,
didn't.
come on, HQ.
but
Come
that
on.
but he didn't say it like that, but that's the way it came across.
Really?
Yeah, I think you need to play the video.
Hey, hey,
'Cause
Come
y'all,
on.
y'all, y'all
Come
heard, y'all heard Charlie
I heard
when
what
he
he
came
said, but
across something. It
HQ.
came across a certain way. Charlie Kirk came across a certain way to certain people,
No,
just like
no.
Kevin Samuels
Charlie
came
was
across a certain
different.
way.
He said specific things he knew he should not have said. And he knew when he said those things, it was going to be deemed as racist. He knew. Let's
So
not play those. It's not Kevin is
Kevin
not
didn't know
trolling.
he was gonna
What
get.
just
I'm not
happened?
saying it's in
What just
comparable.
happened?
That's not what I'm saying.
HQ, this is
I'm not
trolling
saying
now.
that's
You
comparable.
trolling, baby. You
I'm not
trolling.
comparable. I
You
didn't say it was
trolling.
comparable. What I said was the intent. What I'm saying is he knew when he said what he said, he was gonna be getting vitriol. Same thing with Kirk. He was gonna
It
get.
was no.
he,
Listen, there's no other
HQ, he
way.
wasn't
Go ahead.
getting
Ain't no way
vitriol.
that
Go
man. Ain't
ahead,
no
bro.
way this
Charlie,
man thought
Listen to
it
Hold
white
would.
on, bro.
people love Charlie Kirk, HQ, and it's a whole lot more of white people than it is of black people. He's not he was catering and dog whistling to a specific crowd, which is his crowd.
Mm-hmm.
He can say all of those things. It's like the content creator. What's the little black Nigerian dude that's always talking shit about the niggas? What's his
Myron,
name? Somebody,
Myron,
huh?
Myron.
No,
No,
Myron, no.
CT,
Uh,
chaotic truth.
CT,
Oh,
CT,
yeah,
all is constantly talking shit about black people, black men, this, that, and the third. Right?
oh,
He
okay.
don't have any followers. He's not going up and going off the charts and climbing the stratosphere
Right.
because I don't care what you say, it's only going to be very few white people that's going to latch on to that. And us black people will laugh at him. But if we see him in the mall, he might get one in the chops. He might get a smack across the face. Hey man, what's that shit you was talking?
I've never
So
seen
your
this.
words,
I don't know.
it's nothing spectacular. It's nothing spectacular. But
No, no, I'm
the
not
point
making
of
a
the
comparison. I'm not making a comparison that Kevin was X, Y, and Z. I'm saying the controversial approach.
Women, I don't believe women are
That's
that
all.
sensitive, HQ. That's like, because how
Hey,
else
you
can
the
he
one,
say
y'all
it?
the one told me women was dancing on his grave. What do you mean?
HQ. How else can a man, how else can anybody say, hey, baby, you need to lose a few pounds without it offending? Is there a way to say it? I'm asking you, you're a woman.
Uh,
How can you present it? Do we need to
I
buy
know
a
the
diamond
answer.
rock or a new car first, and then say, "Hey, baby, let's get in the gym"?
I know
That
the
is a
answer, but I'm
good.
not
That's a
talking.
good question, Lex.
Man, what you act like he got up and jumped up and danced like you need to lose some weight with your big ass. He didn't do that. Plus, they was calling in the hit show.
I know.
Oh man,
I mean,
we're done. Well, go ahead,
I
HQ.
get that. I mean, I know. I get that. I get that. I'm saying, how did he think the women were going to feel when he did this? He thought they were just going to accept it.
He said it as nice as he could. There's no other way he could have said it. He didn't generalize or point anybody out specifically. You know, he just was saying as a whole, people are overweight. Now I've looked in those yearbooks, you know, and
Let's
I've
work out
seen.
together.
I looked in those books. Those girls were skinny, man.
Mm.
Almost all of them were very skinny. It was kind of rare to see a size 10 in.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Most of those girls was definitely 8 or smaller. Most were between 4 and 8.
Shit.
Where's all these 18s and 16s and 22s and what is this? These are like car wheel sizes and stuff. What are we doing here?
I don't know. I mean, it says 40. It said recent data. Recent data says 44% of Black women age 18 and over are obese. 44%.
Yeah,
And
see,
you know, obese means a BMI of over 36%. I want to say it's either
30,
over the 36,
30%.
huh?
30%.
It's
It say,
over 30%.
yeah, it say 30%.
That's large and in charge, HQ. I'm sorry. That's
That's obese. Those
I'm
are obese women. I'm saying obese women. That's not overweight women. Overweight means
but that
5 pounds overweight. The obese means more than 50 or 60 pounds overweight.
yeah, that's 40% is huge. If somebody told you that there was going to be a 40% chance of you getting your head knocked off if you walked out the house today, you wouldn't leave the house.
That's true.
I would leave the house because I'm a guy and I do dangerous shit all the time. But
Right.
you as a woman, you wouldn't leave the house. Like that's not safe.
yeah,
40% chance? Fuck me, dude.
yeah.
These bitches is fat.
Yeah, but okay, so 40%. Okay, so there's a less than 50% chance. Okay, so here's the thing. Does that coincide with your 29% not getting married now, Black America, or not? So why is there a gap?
Yeah, it still costs. So this is how it happens, right? So if let's say I like girls that are like anywhere between well, anywhere between like 4'11" to maybe like 5'6", maybe, right?
Right.
If a girl is 5'6" and 160 pounds, that's primo. If she is 4'11" and like 100 and maybe like 120, 125 pounds, you know what I mean? Because I'm a big dude, right?
Right.
Like I'm like 225 pounds, So if I get to throwing you around, bitch, you gonna need a little cushion because you gonna fuck around, hit something, and break a collarbone. So we don't want that, right? You need to have a little visceral fat somewhere to protect yourself. Protect
Mm,
yourself. Protect yourself at all times. You
mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So you having a little weight on you, yes. But anything when once you start getting over like the 180,
Right.
180,
Right.
and you're 5'4" and 180 pounds, that's when those rolls and those chins and shit start coming in and those jowls, that make you look like a basset hound. And then the skin gets splotchy. Like us guys, we look at y'all, we know your skin gets splotchy and y'all have that just showing like, we wondering like how you wash your ass. And we wonder these things about these big women.
So 50%, it's 44%. So basically we can say 50% are overweight. Half of the women are overweight. We can say half are obese. So half are obese. So you only got to work with the 50%. So it's even worse than what I thought. Okay, so it's even worse than what I thought. Okay. It's worse than what I thought.
Exactly. Thank you for now looking at the math and accepting it. So once again, it works.
Welcome to
It,
reality,
And
HQ.
say 50%.
welcome,
No,
welcome to
that's all
reality,
I was
sweetie.
talking about. I thought it was not as big, but apparently it's big. At 44,
HQ, how much you weigh?
that's 50%.
How
That's
much
half.
you weigh, HQ? How much you weigh, HQ?
As of today, 123.
Ooh, tall and skinny as hell.
No,
See,
I'm not skinny. No, I'm
I
not
couldn't even
skinny.
smack you on the ass.
No, I'm not
You
skinny.
you 5'9".
I'm not skinny.
5'9",
I smack you.
123 is very skinny.
All my weight is in my ass. No, I'm
Hey,
not skinny.
I smack you on the ass, I would break your hip. That's probably what would happen. I smack you on the ass, I probably break your hip. So that's what I'm saying. So it's different sizes and how it looks good to us men. But once again, you start getting over the 175, 180 range, that's it starts looking pretty atrocious. It starts looking pretty bad. Unless you are a bigger dude and unless you are a guy who makes less, you're not accepting one of these uh
50%.
yeah, you're not going to accept one of these women who are
Yes.
not shapely or in shape.
I'm saying 50% because that's an easier number. 44, almost 45% is 50%. So we just gonna say 50%. Half are obese, and this is obese. This ain't
That's a
overweight.
lot, baby.
Yeah, I know that's a lot. I didn't know it was that amount. I didn't know it was that much.
What you think the number was?
No, obese. I thought obese was when men said when you said 80% were obese. I thought you meant some of them were overweight and then a small percentage were obese. But the obese is the big part. Obese is the 50%. I didn't know that. I hadn't that just didn't register
Why,
that half.
why do you think so many guys was complaining about it? If it was a non-issue, brothers wouldn't be complaining about it like that. But it lowers the amount of physically desirable women selection, and it unfortunately drives up the rate and value of the women that are in that shape. A lot of those women are spoiled for, especially the ones young with no kids, are spoiled for choice with men. So yeah, it's part of the reason why. But a lot of them have a lot of options, and a lot of them don't have any. So
That's wild. That
oh
20.
yeah, I know it's something you probably, as a woman, you probably haven't really thought about like that. Because
Hell
I know
no.
you're not really looking to date women exactly, and I get that.
I
But
mean,
that's
And that's what I'm saying. She's not looking to that, so it's not fair. It's not fair for a woman to make a comment. You're not trying to fuck these women. We are. You're not trying to marry these women. We are. You're not trying to pay for this woman for the long term and put her on your health insurance and shit like that. We are. Like, you know how much it is for a fat woman to keep going to the doctor every month because she chronically breathing hard and shit like that and don't want to put the cheeseburgers down? That's not fun. HQ,
so
not for
here's my
us.
thing. How do we get past the oh wait the how do you well nobody's compensating because nobody's getting married. So you're not doing anything. You just a few choice people getting married here and there. So people and with women saying they don't even want to get married, skinny or big. Now there's an issue with women not even wanting to get married.
The 20% that look good are
Mm. Yeah, well, no, they're not because most of y'all
the
not
the
married
20% that look good are.
because they got attitudes
Yeah,
and all that other stuff. Y'all give
yeah,
me
well
your final
that's them. That's why the brother. That's why I say yes. Put out all the illegals except for the women. Leave all of the women.
what? What? Leave all the Black America. Give me your final thought. I gotta go eat. I can tell I'm starting to get funny. Feel funny. I'll be back later. Y'all can hear me, right? right? What the hell happened?
Yeah, go ahead, HQ. Can you
I
hear
was
me?
like, wait a minute. Yeah.
Black, you still there?
HQ got to
Go ahead,
go
Black.
eat. Y'all have a good
okay.
y'all have a good rest of your day. You know
I
you'll
know I'll
probably
be
see
back
HQ
for the
on here
smoke.
again. Y'all
I'll be back for the smoke.
share, and subscribe, and come in for the foolishness yet again because
It'll be. I ain't
we
got
got
no
some
foolishness.
HQ. You know what I want you to do?
Hey
You
y'all,
know what I want you to do,
I got a
HQ?
question. This is a question for the
Go
10
ahead.
o'clock show. Do you think Superman need hazard pay?
Yeah, I do. I'm a blue collar worker, so I believe it has
Triple, you think Superman need hazard pay?
He should have been already getting it. What are we talking about?
Is Aaron still there?
Yes.
Superman need hazard pay.
I don't know who Superman is, but he's a former combat
Dean
veteran.
Cain.
Has it? What?
Dean Cain.
Yeah, I don't know who Superman is, but as a former combat veteran, if the question is asked, does anybody need hazard pay and they're experiencing hazards? The answer is yes.
So everybody agrees that Superman need hazard pay. Everybody know who Superman is, right? Dean Cain, right? Dean
No,
Cain. Dean,
who's Dean King?
Dean Cain is the
You mean
guy,
the actor?
Christopher Reeves is Superman to me.
Yeah, Chris Reeves.
and
Yeah.
then Dean Cain was the one that was on TV, right? So
Is
Yeah,
this?
fuck that.
he volunteered to get in on the ice team, and so the ice team is taking strays. So do you think Superman need hazard pay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna talk about at 10 o'clock.
Uh-oh.
Ice people need hazard
What
pay.
is up with you? What is, let me ask you this. What's going on with you with all of this racially charged shows? Why? Why
I'm
are
not.
you
I don't
inviting
bring.
all of
I
these
don't
white
bring. Hold
people?
on, hold on.
Listen,
I do
Yeah,
not
hold
bring
on.
Black.
those people in my chat. I do not bring those people in my chat. Those people show up in my chat and they
You
start.
bring you bring those people with the words you speak. It is white people are dangerous like emotional men, HQ. Emotional men are dangerous.
Yeah,
White people are dangerous.
right.
They know how to use computers. They will find you. Stop
I'm not
provoking. Don't post a
saying
fucking
anything
bed.
out of the ordinary. I'm not saying anything out of the
Yes,
ordinary.
you,
What did I
listen.
say? I
Yes,
praised
you
Charlie. Did I
are.
not? Did I not
No,
praise Charlie?
you're not praising him because you're not wholeheartedly giving him a blowjob. I'm
Well,
telling
I'm
you
not
as
gonna
a
ever do
man.
that. Wait a minute,
Exactly.
hold
I'm
on.
telling you as a man.
I give all men smoke. I give all people smoke. Hey, he ain't nobody special.
All right. Are you done so I
HQ
can say
is
something?
come
What?
on now.
He ain't nobody
It's a
special.
different way. It's a different way. You have been covered with your husband for so long. You don't understand the amount of violence that we men like. Like I told you, I love fighting dogs, right? The only reason I stopped breeding pit bulls and fighting dogs is because they started giving you fucking football numbers, which means they started giving you a long time in the penitentiary for it. I love it.
Mm,
We love violence. And some of these people that are on the other side that don't have the same skin color hue as us,
right.
they like hunting us down as people. You ever
Mm,
seen Surviving the Game with Ice T? Look at it and see what that is. Like these people are dangerous. Don't invite the devil into your house. It's like inviting Dracula. Once you do it once, that motherfucker come in anytime they want.
Get him, Black.
So and that's my final thoughts for all y'all.
mm, I appreciate it, but I don't think I'm saying anything out of the ordinary or terrible. Not terrible.
The topics are racially charged. I mean, I get the direction you're going with them
I'm
because
not.
it's
Well,
gonna
I know
start controversy.
the topics that I have
The
are the
night
topics that
topics.
are going
Night
the
topics.
night top. They night topics. They
Yeah.
topics in which people have different of opinion. But I don't. A lot of people have different opinion.
Yeah.
I
The
don't do any of
topics
those
are
things.
they're racially charged. So yeah, we're gonna have difference of opinion. People will have that. You know, you have a lot of people of different races coming in, so it's gonna be competitive. But yeah, I remember what a couple of those guys on the in the chat said to me. But hey, they want smoke, they gonna get it. You know, you get it back tenfold, baby. You get it back tenfold.
And that's what I'm saying. I ain't scared of a little smoke. And have I ever ran?
But he's right though. Like you girls live sheltered lives, especially when y'all got a lot of brothers, dads, husbands.
They
like
ain't
yeah,
checking
this
for no
is
old
a
lady.
dangerous world.
Ain't nobody checking for no old lady.
This is a dangerous
HQ.
world. This is a dangerous
HQ,
world.
are you serious?
Yes,
You're easy. You're a soft target. You're easy pickings.
but they're not looking for no.
Let me tell you something that I used to do. Right, me and number one was talking about it the other day. She said, "Remember when you used to do this when people would make you mad?"
Mm-hmm.
I say, "Yeah." Like when I was young, right? I used to go eliminate their pets, right? Because the
Dang.
pet is the soft target.
What?
A person is a little bit harder to do, and you'll get more time. What I'm telling you is these people hunt people like us, and you are not covered. I'm not praying that anybody comes and finds you, but you are a person and you are a regular person.
Right.
Charlie Kirk had bodyguards and he still got his neck blasted. You see what I mean?
Right.
Don't piss off these people.
I didn't
And
think I
and
was
I'm
pissing
telling
these
you that
people
you're
off.
pissing these people off.
No,
You're
it's just
pissing them off.
it's an open forum. I'm not pissing them off. I'm not doing anything. What happens in the chat? Those people talk to the people in the chat. They never talk to me like that because I'm not being offensive to them. I'm just
They
talking.
say all type HQ, they say all type of things. I once again, you don't know what fight language is. If Lex say suck my dick, me and him are going to fight. If he
Yeah,
called
it's
me
time
a
to throw hands then.
FAG,
Yep.
if
It's
he
time to
called me
throw
a
hands.
FAG,
Yep.
me and him are going to fight.
Yep. Time to throw hands then.
You don't, as a woman, you don't understand what fight language is. And you are using a lot of incendiary fight language. I know you don't think so, but you are. He just explained it to you. But go ahead. I'm telling you, don't
All
invite
right,
these people into
I will consider what you say. I will definitely do that. I will consider what you say. I will concern myself about the things I say. But I don't know whether it'll change what I say, but maybe it'll change the way I approach what I say. Okay.
Who was that guy that was up here debating you before I came up here? I didn't see his name. Did he call in or something?
Oh no, I don't know who he was. I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. He kept trying to convince me of something.
yeah. I never heard him before, but yeah, he was going off.
Right. No. We have a reasonable dialogue. I'm more on the playful side. I'm not really a serious person because it's not that serious. We can have differences of
Well,
opinion.
yeah, I think the
We
problem with
can't get hysterical like that. That's
the
hysterical.
topic, right, I get it. The topic got serious, and I, especially like when you get to talking about the community and everything and ills of the community,
Right.
it can definitely get there and whatnot. Yeah, he definitely has smoke though.
I mean, he got
Yeah.
smoke. It's
Yeah.
cool, but you got to be reasonable with the smoke, and you can't come up here and you can't come up here and be disrespectful.
HQ, and that's what I'm trying to explain to you is men are not reasonable. Niggas get killed for stepping on somebody's shoes. We're not reasonable. We,
I mean,
we are. I'm.
I get it.
We're very violent. We do shit. Men, for the most part, not Aaron, not Lex, but me. You do something to me, I'm gonna
Oh,
burn your
Aaron
house
will.
down.
Whoa. Aaron will.
Yeah,
And
Aaron
so will
definitely
Lex.
will.
They just do it differently.
Yeah, Lex will too. You Black America, you missed my story last time I was up here. HQ, what I tell you about them guys bothering me at the bar?
Right.
Talking about my motorcycle was too close. Like, man,
Oh yeah, yeah,
oh, you heard that, black
yeah,
man?
yeah. I did
Yo.
hear that, and that's what I'm
Oh,
telling you,
okay,
HQ.
okay.
Men are not, as men, we are not reasonable, and I don't want you to take for granted that the grace that you're giving. But
Mm-hmm.
us men, we are some very unreasonable. Men have killed everything on this planet, HQ. Some things we've killed them so much it has went out of existence.
Right.
We have killed everything on this planet, and a lot of things we have put in extinction.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason that women still walk around is because they have boobs and a vagina. Else men would be hunting them like that too. I'm telling you, men are not nice. Men can be horrible people. And you being a humanitarian, I know you don't actually see it like that, but you there are it's a whole other gender that see violence as the key in a lot of cases.
I
Most of
get it.
us meet our best friends. Most of us guys, my best friend since the third grade, me and him got in fights for the first year and a half against each other before we became friends. Now that's my road dog. I call him at 2 o'clock in the morning if I need to. Or I may not talk to him for 5 or 6 years, but he's still my best friend. So just kind of tone it down, please.
I appreciate the concern. Thank you, and I'll take it under advisement. Thank y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go. Final thoughts. Final thoughts. Final thoughts.
Go ahead, black.
Oh, yes, please.
Go ahead, Zeus. Oh.
I'm just here so I don't get fired.
Hey,
I appreciate you, Zeus. I
hey,
appreciate you.
I'm just here for HQ Smile.
And y'all just here. Y'all just here for the smoke. Y'all like to see some smoke.
I'm just here for
Hey, these
HQ Smile.
conversations aren't easy.
No.
These to be transparent and try to communicate better. I've seen a lot of growth in Aaron. I've seen a lot of growth in Black America. Of course, Lex is the Rolling Thunder. I see a lot of growth in him as well.
Right.
HQ, and we love and appreciate you. Respect, and I'm out.
Hey, HQ, who is these new people in your chat, man? There's a woman in here called Miss Andrews. She's a shady woman, man. Yo.
I don't know.
You
They
sure
just
that's
people
not
who
you making
and people
comments
who
in a
hear.
burner account?
I don't know. I don't know. These are new people who like to come on and talk. Hi, Big Chris. How you doing?
Big Chris said they got fat girlfriend that's blocking like an NFL lineman.
Oh, he bogus as hell. I will anyway. I will be back at 10 o'clock. We have the subject. We got to fit. No, the ABBA did another video after the video he did yesterday. He did
Yeah.
a video after that. So I'm gonna
Hey,
react.
let me ask one last thing. I'm gonna get out of your way.
Go
If
ahead.
one of your daughters was gaining a lot of weight, would you tell them straight up like you need to lose weight?
Yeah, get your fat ass in the gym.
Gotcha. All right, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Right.
I see y'all later at 10 o'clock. The subject is, do Superman need hazard pay? Hazard pay. This is about ICE. This is about ICE and what they doing to ICE out there. They targeting ICE. And Superman is out there with them. That's crazy. Y'all hit the like button, share button. I'll be back at 10 o'clock.